We got together about a year ago to record a record for a Glasgow college called Stowe College. And it's funny because it seems to have been fated by various different things, and it's I can't decide who gave a tape to who, and it all seems to have been a devious plan by our drummer Richard, because he heard a tape and he was at the college and he ended up being the drummer in the band and my flatmate. I still can't figure out how it happened. Every time there was a song on the radio, it got you in the same way, and I can remember writing to somebody afterwards and saying, well, you know, I know it's your job, but thanks for playing that anyway, because it's quite possibly the best moment of my life, which doesn't say much about my life up to this point. 1995, it's just a kind of sunny wilderness. I can remember it was boiling hot for about 4 months solid, but I spent it in pretty much a windowless, airless concrete box, looking at the wall with a pair of headphones on, dreaming about the outside world. So maybe that's what inspired certain songs to come along.
I'm Isabel and I play lots of different instruments. It just depends what suits the songs. When we were asked to pick something we like best to show people for the television, I couldn't think of much. Everything I like best happens when I don't expect it. When I plan things, I get disappointed. It all got very confusing and complicated for a while, but then Stuart David explained. He said this part was to be like, why don't you? So, this is why I'm shuffling around the Victoria Park with my dog Aldo. He used to be a guide dog for the blind. He worked in the city and was no stranger to the London Underground. Now he stays at home most days, dreaming up fantasy dinners while he waits for my brother to finish school. This is where I bring him on days when there's nothing to be done, and in the summer I bring my diary. Sometimes we feed the ducks, but mostly we just throw sticks.
My name's Chris. I play piano and organ in the band Belle Sebastian, and I wanted to take you to Celtic Park because I've always supported Celtic, and it's a place I like going along to the games. Last year I was doing kitchen work and stuff for this agency, and one of the jobs I was doing was just working in the food bits at Parkhead, selling the pies. When you're there watching a game, you're up at the top and you can look down over the pitch, and it's strange because you're quite disconnected from it. It's like watching a game of Subbuteo or something, but at the same time you're dead involved in it as well. The first gig we done as Belle and Sebastian was through in Edinburgh, and it was a bit of a shambles. It was the first time I'd met the people from Jeepster Records as well, and I just remember they seemed totally insane at the time. I'd only just joined the band at that point. On the songs I didn't play on, I'd sort of get up and just got to sit down somewhere. The woman from Jeepster was going, what are you doing? What are you doing? Get back on that stage. And I'm like, I'm not playing on this song, you know, just leave me alone.
I'm on buses quite a lot. I just really wanted to maybe get into the cockpit or something. Whether it had been the bus depot or where the buses go to sleep at night, just really somewhere to be as close to the buses as possible and to get behind the scenes rather than being a punter. Recently I've moved up the social ladder because I got a zone card instead of a bus pass, which gets me on the tube as well, so that's a nice wee change. But you always get drawn back to the buses. Obviously when you become an experienced city traveller like myself, you know which ones are smelly, you know which ones are cold, you pretty much know the friendly drivers, and so as long as you're not actually going anywhere specific, then you can choose your vehicle carefully.
My name is Richard Coburn. I play drums. The reason I wanted to be filmed cooking was that I'm the most fussiest eater on earth, and I like about 5 things. It's pasta and chicken soup surprise, the surprise being it's not very good at all. And I thought I'd throw in a side order of rolls with bran flakes. Myself and Stuart, we live in a church hall, which is quite a bizarre place to live. It's actually a flat above the church hall, and we're actually the caretakers in a kind of way, where we have to look after the hall and make sure the running is good. And we have to put tables and chairs out and for coffee mornings and keep the doors open for any clubs that are coming in. It's quite an unusual place to live, but I suppose the landlord must be God.
I used to have a camera called a Zenith, but I gave that to wee Karen, and she used it to take photographs of pavements for a while. But when I went to get the camera back, she said there was a bit of dirt in the lens. To make up for it, she gave me a really good pen she had, a space pen. The instructions said it was the most advanced writing instrument in the world, and it was designed for astronauts to use on their way to the moon. You can write upside down, over grease and fingerprints in blazing heat, and even underwater. So I took that. I wasn't planning on going to the moon, but I thought maybe I could sell it to buy a new camera. But it didn't turn out to be worth much, so in the end I decided what I would do is I would just take photographs with the pen instead. I would just write the picture down, and it turned out quite well. The first good thing is no one really knows when I'm doing it. I can watch people doing things and they just stay natural because there's no camera pointing at them, and they don't know I'm taking a picture. And that makes the pictures better because I see people doing the craziest things.
I'm Sarah Martin. I play violin and a couple of other things. I joined the band through friends of friends, just in time for the second album to be recorded. I was going to climb a tree for my little sketch, but I just thought, well, the weather's not really particularly great for it, I'd probably fall out. And I recently moved into a new flat, and I've been putting up a lot of shelves because I've got loads of stuff, and I've just got to get it off the floor. And it's become a kind of hobby. I can't stop. We decided to do a gig in the Mitchell Library as part of the Mayfest in Glasgow. We ended up bringing another stage in, which even wasn't big enough for the whole band. We had the band on 2 separate stages. It was quite a strange gig, slideshows and tables and chairs, and everybody's parents were there. It was a kind of funny concert, but it was really good fun.
From town to town, mission impossible. You got a spy for every place you ride. Feeling awkward, feeling tongue-tied. They got a knife for every time you take the same train into work. Family's like a loaded gun. Pointed in the wrong direction, someone's gonna get killed. If you had such a dream, would you get up and do the things you believe in? See your husband, or just your boyfriend? Is he the moron who's been and keeping you inside? I've never done this kind of thing, but if I kill him now, well, who's gonna miss him? I went up to the school, I took a walk up Castle Hill. For every step there was a local boy who wants to be a hero. Do you wanna do it now? Outside the butchers with a knife on a bike chain. La la la, yeah, 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 yeah. If you had such a dream, would you get up and do the things you believe in? get up and do the things? If you had such a dream, would you get up and do those things?
You get a little tickle in your tummy and then you start to write something down, and then it's... to tell you the truth, I can't remember writing any of the songs, really. So that's quite lucky in a way, because I do quite like some of them.